Here's a simple concept to keep in mind when discussing energy. Energy is provided by the foods and beverages we consume. Well, now isn't that simple? Calculating a food's caloric value, however, is a little more complex. If you know a food's carbohydrate, fat, protein, and alcohol makeup, you can figure out its caloric value.
1 gram of carbohydrate equals 4 kilocalories. 1 gram of fat equals 9 kilocalories. 1 gram of protein equals 4 kilocalories. And 1 gram of alcohol equals 7 kilocalories. Once you know these figures, all you have to do is multiply and add.
There are 3 factors that affect how the body expends energy. The first and foremost way is through your basal metabolic rate, which we'll explain in a moment. The second factor is physical activity, and the third factor is the energy released from food consumption.
Most of the energy people expend occurs during quiet metabolic activities like breathing, pumping the heart, those kinds of things. The basal metabolic rate, let's call it the BMR, is the rate of energy used for vital body processes.
The BMRs for men and women vary slightly. The BMR for the average woman is about 0.9 kilocalories per kilogram of body weight per hour. For men, it averages 1 kilocalorie per kilogram of body weight per hour. There are several factors that affect BMR: age, height, rate of growth, body composition, fever, stress, environment, fasting, starvation, malnutrition, hormones, smoking tobacco, caffeine, and sleep. You name it, and it probably plays a role.
So if you're a 130-pound woman, in a single day, you'd spend 130 pounds equals 60 kilograms times 0.9 kilocalories times 24 hours equals 1,300 kilocalories spent in a day just keeping yourself alive. If you are a 180-pound man, then that's 180 pounds, or about 80 kilograms, times 1 kilocalorie times 24 hours. You'd spend about 1,900 kilocalories in a day. Sounds like a lot. It's not. You can get that many calories by eating an entire custard pie, or 950 sprigs of parsley. Yum.
Since we usually eat more than our metabolism uses, that means that we have some excess energy laying around. This leads us to our second influence on energy output, physical activity. This amount varies from person to person, but for the most part, physical activity attributes 25 to 30% of our daily energy expenditure.
The third influence on energy output is the energy released from food consumption. That's right, you actually burn calories while you're consuming them. This is known as the thermic effect of heat, or the specific dynamic action of food. This specific dynamic action thing occurs when you eat food and heat energy is released from the body. It only accounts for about 5 to 10% of the total energy output.
So no one thing causes obesity, but a number of factors do contribute to it. In this way, obesity has a lot in common with 2 eating disorders, anorexia and bulimia.